So a fact that really makes my stomach cringe is that in 2019, amongst physicians, only 5% identified as Black or African American individuals. Another fact is that Black Americans experience a much higher rate of hypertension, diabetes, and stroke compared to any other race that is in the US currently. And this leads me to the fact that my grandma, my granddaddy, my dad, my uncle, and my aunt are all a part of these statistics of the fact that people who are Black Americans experience all of these things than any other race in the US. So this week I'm going to be talking about why we need to break that generational curse and take our behinds to the doctor or educate ourselves more on the benefits of health and how to take care of ourselves. What is up, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Adriana Robertson, and my goal on YouTube is to encourage those who are going through tough times in life, and I'm going to be doing that by sharing my own personal tips and tricks with you to hopefully help you live your best regardless of your mess. I'm not sure if you're aware, but did you know that segregation in hospitals was only eliminated 55 years ago? Did you know that among education, law, and many other things, that healthcare was majorly affected by the Jim Crow laws and also the racist Black codes in the African American community? And I'm sure you do know that the hospitals were segregated, and if you were from a Black male to a Black female, the healthcare was extremely subpar due to the fact that there weren't enough hospital staff and the supplies were lacking, and the response to emergency needs just didn't exist. And what's super intriguing to me is that we are only 6 decades removed from segregation. Only 6 decades. So people who are 60 right now experienced that. They were a part of that. So we're only 6 decades removed from it. And then also we are only right under 16 decades removed from slavery. So our ancestors and descendants that were living during those times just lived in super horrendous environments that were extremely degrading, and they were disease ridden. With all that being said, let's get into the real talk, okay? Healthcare is still a major problem in our society, and it's a super major talk, especially in the Black community and the minority community. Like, it's like instilled in our DNA. Like, it is something that we have not had the luxury of going to the doctor consistently and actually taking care of our own selves and our own. So I firmly believe that all of everything that we ever do is generational. So the fact that a Black man or a Black woman isn't consistently going to the doctor is because their mom didn't or their grandma didn't. It's a consistent cycle. It is a constant thing. So if you aren't doing it, then it's probably because other people in your life did not do it up to this point, right? And we have come from, in the Black community, we have come from ancestors who were beaten, who had no hope, who were treated less than dogs, right? Basically. And so because we have been carrying this for so long, the health back then of our ancestors and the people before us was not good. And now we're still in a generation where the Black community isn't focusing on their health and actually building a rapport of going and constantly making sure that right now, okay, I'm healthy. This is going to cause my children to be healthy and their children's children, and so on, right? We have to set that mentality. So, and that's what I'm going to talk about. My dad came from a family of 12. He was of 12. So there was a total of 12 of them. With 12 kids, it's probably pretty impossible. And then also just during that time when my dad was younger, money probably lacked, and then also insurance wasn't a thing, right? I mean, it was a thing, but for those who had higher up jobs and everything in between. So they didn't go to the doctor unless they absolutely had to. And this continued into my dad's adult life. Like, my dad did not go to the doctor unless he absolutely had to. And my mom would get on to him constantly for this issue because he didn't take care of himself and his health. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened before my dad died and then after, right? So my dad died from a pulmonary embolism, and what's crazy is the day after my dad passed away, right? The day after, he had an appointment set up to go to the doctor to have a checkup and to get his blood tested. My mom had been preaching to him to go because he had been feeling like this for about 2 months and refused to go to the doctor. Was like, okay, he was consistent with taking vitamins and making sure he ate well, but he didn't, like, people don't understand that your health is so much more than just eating. Like, you actually have to take care of your body. You have to, what you consume. So it's more than just what you eat. And yes, vitamins are important, and I'm gonna get to that, but at the same time, you have to take care of your body fully. We live in a country full of abundance. Yes, white privilege is very prevalent. It is a thing for the Black community. But my opinion is we speak on how Black is powerful, and we wear it across our chest and our right now our masks, and we tweet it and we preach it and we speak it. But the thing is, we don't take care of our own health and our own wealth in our own. We don't. So we aren't necessarily living long enough or even taking care of ourselves in the way that we should be in order to show the freaking world that we are powerful. And it's all because of this generational curse that continues to follow us. I just don't think that people understand. We have this Black is powerful, and yes, 110%, but with power comes responsibility, and we don't want to blame our own selves for not taking care of ourselves and for not doing right by ourselves. So then we go and try to blame other people for what's happening to us as a generation and as a race and as a culture. And we don't want to be responsible for carrying around this generational curse that is ultimately like inside of our DNA that we have to push out and have to be willing to get rid of. What's super exciting to me is that all of us can break this curse, and I'm one of them who stands by the fact that I'm going to break this curse. And my babies are not going to, no, we're not carrying it. Sorry. We're going to be educated. We are going to be mindful. We are going to have luxuries and go to the doctor. If you know, that's a luxury that you have to work in order to be able to go to the doctor. It's a luxury. Oh, so number one, I talked about this earlier, is to take your vitamins. It is super simple. It is probably the simplest tip out there. You have to start somewhere in order to get to the greatest destination, right? So stop the day drinking and the night drinking, stop the smoking, stop the staying up late, and take it easy on your body. You only get one body. So take it easy. Do right by you, and everything else will be taken care of. It's only taken care of by the things that, so you need to understand that what you consume, you are. So it's not just eating, it's actually what you see, what you watch, what you listen to, what you say. It's more than just the doctor visits. People don't understand that. Your health is more than that. So focus on, yes, taking your vitamins and doing right by that, but also just simply take care of yourself. Consume right and watch yourself grow. And then number two is to educate yourself. So everybody has a phone. I know you have a phone if you are watching this video. So go type in Google. If you're struggling with taking yourself to the doctor or going to the doctor, go type into Google and search on how to get yourself there. It's the greatest asset. Like, everybody has access to it, or most everybody has access to it. Everybody who has a Black Mirror has access to Google, and you can educate yourself on how to get your health right, also your wealth right, by starting small and working your way up to the big dogs. If you are a low income family, there's organizations out there, there's foundations out there who can help you with getting to the doctor and getting in for regular checkups and getting that wellness checkup, especially for females. It's important. And so do your research and don't be afraid to ask those freaking questions, okay? So that leads me into number 3. Watch what you say and do, especially in front of your baby, because, oh man, I don't have any children, so don't go there. But I do have nieces, and I also do work with kids for a living, and they are the greatest followers. What you do and what you preach and what you say around your kids, they literally will follow you in doing it. If mommy and daddy don't go to the doctor, why I don't go to the doctor. And they'll continue to carry that through into their adult life and when they become their own. So please just watch what you say and do, and become the ultimate leader in your household. So when your babies do get older, it continues down the generation for them doing positive things in their life and things that will ultimately benefit them. And number 4, like always, it is something that's huge. It's you have to change your mindset. If you believe that you deserve better, you will get better. You have to find a starting point in order to break the chain. It's not going to start by itself. So you have to set in your mind, like, no, I'm going to start this today. So my kids, and even my kids can live their best life. All of us want to live our best life. So start your babies off on getting them to where they can be their absolute best. In order to do all of this, you need to stop having negative emotion towards all the systems. Like, no, not a lot of people like these systems, I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. So stop thinking that they are against you, and you need to get to work and create a better life for yourself and for those to come after you, because then they get to prosper. They get to have the bearings of what you started, and how great is that? Like, that is, oh man, that is so mind-blowing to me, because I know that that was my dad's mentality, and both my mom and my dad's, and my mom still is working on it and definitely wants that for me and my brother. And so it's so generational. As a Black community, we need to break this generational curse that all of us have been living with for so long. This curse literally could be broken by just this small step of going to the doctor and really focusing on your health. And this curse could be broken by sending your babies off to college, and by encouraging a friend or a coworker to get their degree if they want to become a doctor or a psychiatrist or anything in the medical field, because we need more melanin in the medical field. Like, we just do. That could break the chain. I believe that the curse really truly could be broken. Oh, and this is something that's going to take a lot of practice, but it can be broken by turning your hatred into hope, your frustration into forgiveness, and your madness into mindfulness. It all starts with us. Nobody else can do it but ourselves. And Black is powerful, but we need to show more and talk about it less. There's no other way we're going to be able to break the curse than by starting within ourselves, our minds, our souls, and our bodies. We have to work on it. So Black men and women, go to the doctor. Take care of yourself. It's a super simple task. If we believe it, we will receive it, and then we will achieve it. So it starts with us. And with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I upload videos every Monday. I love y'all, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that notification button. I hope you have a great week. It is Monday. Mondays are fantastic. They are new beginnings. Fly forward and don't stop flying. All right, y'all. Peace out.
Ask me how I do it, I just stick to the plan.